Shri Bharat Thakur ji, Raj Chengappa ji, Sangeeta Bijlani, Bhumika Chawla ji, Soha Ali Khan, Mr. Bhaskar, media and friends. It's an honor to be here today at this inaugural ceremony of Bharat ji's exquisite painting exhibition, Spectre, Spirit and Shadows. As the name says, it is exquisite, beyond boundaries, beyond colors, beyond reasons, and I'm sure the critics would love it, including all of us. I believe that painting, if I think about a painting, I feel it is a poetry which can be felt, which can be seen. And poetry is like painting, which can again be felt and seen with it like a painting. So for me, both are quite the same, but so different. And it is a part of our creativity which comes from within. And this creativity, I feel, looking at this one single painting of Sir, that it comes from a person whose chakras are enlightened, who is definitely the best yogic guru. And I would like to say that when we look at yoga, we should look at it as not just a physical well-being activity, but it has to be it should enlighten us from within. It should make us aware of the sensibilities and improve our senses. And that is what yoga is understood internationally as. And as we practice it more and more, it takes us near the divine, and which is about our journey, our internal journey, and it is through us and it is for us. So here, after looking at this painting, I'm sure we are very, very eager to look at these other paintings. And I'm sure these paintings will take us to a different world altogether, different enlightenment, different understanding. And Bharat ji having done it, I'm sure that it has a different level of sensibilities and different level of human understanding. Here I would like to say that whatever we have to do in life, these are the stressful times we are going through. Yoga is one of the best options we can opt for. Internationally, Modi ji has brought yoga in the forefront. Even we are also celebrating Yoga Days today, Yoga Day today, and it is internationally approved and recognized. So through this art, you can actually give vent to your creativity in a very beautiful manner, because creativity is finally about getting enlightened, and the best way to enlighten is through yoga. And Bhumika ji, I'm sure you would be seeing this enlightenment every day, creativity growing, which shows, the happiness shows on your face, which transcends to you. And I wish Sir great going in this field also. He's been painting since long, and coming out and bringing it to the limelight is again a great activity, because it inspires all of us that we can also bring out the best within us, and the best can come out when we are in our best form, which is again through some activity, some best of activity like yoga. So thank you so much for having me here. It's my pleasure to be here, and looking forward to enjoy each and every painting without any perception, without any boundaries of colors or boundaries of reasoning. Let's just enjoy the paintings and understand his level of creativity. Thank you so much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
You know, me and he sits for 30 hours continuously discussing art. And he whacks me quite a bit, because he says, this is going wrong and that is going wrong. So he's kind of my ustad. So let my ustad speak about my work.
A month ago, I would not have imagined standing here. And anyway, it's stupid to talk about art, because art speaks for itself. So once it is unveiled, it will speak for itself. So I am nobody to explain his works, because what I had to write, it's there right in front of you as you enter the gallery.
Wow. Each one of these, as I see them, it kind of gives me a feeling that there is a truth unlocked from the universe. It is so stunning. Bharat Thakur, I have known him for a very long time, and I have seen him when he was a yoga guru. He was just having a chat with me, and he was telling me how he was interested in doing figuratives. And then there was a long gap where he stopped doing all that, and he got a bit bored or monotonous, or I don't know, he just took a sabbatical. And he came back with a bang with these beautiful, I don't know how to express these abstract paintings, because I feel that each painting is so mysterious, it's so unique. I feel that each one of us, when we see these paintings, we see it differently. Because no two people will have the same views on abstract painting. That is what abstract is all about. I know it's been there for more than 100 years, and there are famous painters like Pollock and Monet, and now we are seeing Bharat Thakur with his fantastic work over here, which is so unique. And I do feel that when I see his paintings, it brings out a kind of a mystery and an emotion. When you see it, it kind of, I think each one of us feels like this, like he was telling me that there are these chakras and the tantras in this beautiful painting that was just unveiled by Mrs. Fadnavis. And I really think that is a stunning painting here. And it really lures you with the colors. And I'm sure that he, with his unique expressions, emotions, and ideas, and his splash of colors and strokes, brings out this beauty here, which is unveiled, and we are witnessing something which is really stunning. And I really would like to thank him for his stunning work, and I really appreciate what you're doing, and wish you all the best in the future. Thank you.
Good evening. I won't take up too much of your time. I'm certainly not an expert on art, but I think that there's one thing that Bharatji has shown us today, is that you don't have to be an expert to appreciate art, and you don't have to be an expert, you don't have to have been to an institute of art or have studied art to be able to paint. So that's something that I find very inspiring. In fact, I find your life very inspiring. I think that the inspiration that I draw from it is that you can really break boundaries if you are, and all of us are artists here, but we can really express ourselves and be creative in so many different ways. I've seen only 3 or 4 of the paintings. Of course, I've been through the brochure, and I've seen a lot of the things on the internet, but I'm really looking forward to seeing your entire collection here. I know you're prolific, I know you paint very fast, and I know there are about 60-odd paintings over here that all of us are going to enjoy. I believe that this is just the beginning for you, and you have leaps and bounds to go, and I do wish you all the best. And I want to say thank you so much for inviting me here today, Inivasji also, who thought of me, and to make me a part of your celebration here. It really is a beautiful place again to be in Jahangir Art Gallery and to be in such esteemed company. And again, I think when I look at the paintings, of course, you have to, the whole idea of having a painting, of investing so much, of spending that money, buying it and putting it up on your wall and looking at it, is to appreciate the beauty, and it speaks to you. And it's lovely, and I think especially when we live in a city like Mumbai, where sometimes the skyline can get a little monotonous, and when it's the monsoon and a little gray outside. I think it's lovely to buy paintings and to look inside sometimes. And this is a window into a different life. And every time you look at it, it'll say something else to you. So it's really beautiful what you do. And I think you've inspired me in so many ways. So thank you very much. And I do wish you all the very best. Thank you.
Yeah. सोहा जी यहाँ पे सोहा जी भरत सर सोहा मैम भरत सर यो चलो हो गया थैंक यू आज इतनी बारिश हुई यो दोनों ना भी आयो स्वरा मैम पीछे स्वरा मैम सेंटर ला मैम यहाँ स्वरा मैम सेंटर ला मैम यहाँ सर भरत सर यो भरत सर सेंटर भरत सर यो both of you stand up please yeah I'm start from here madam your center amruta naam amruta ji center amruta madam thoda sa ma'am here ma'am thoda bas yeah bhai bouncer sangeeta ma'am here sangeeta center ma'am last one संगीता मैम ये संगीता जी यहाँ पे सेंटर संगीता मैम सेंटर here on the left
in front of us, and we began to understand two things: space and time. He demonstrated is in your command. So a lot of the paintings he did in front of us was done in 2 minutes. Now, we always thought, including me as a writer, that the number of hours you spend on something really shows the quality of your work and the layers you could build. But he showed that spontaneously, that if you actually break those barriers from your mind, time is of no consequence. It's you who determine how much time you want to do that. And space was the other thing he taught, which is a very difficult dimension, and I will not speak about it because I still don't understand about a lot of what he says on this. And the other, I think the approach was fearlessness. He always talked of us walking in the valley of death. And so mortality and your understanding of mortality and your linking with others became a very, very critical part of your understanding of yourself. And all this through was experiential. Nothing ever that he told us. He's like a Sufi master in many senses. He teaches you by demonstration, by his own experience, by his actions, and not by just those wonderful speeches or philosophies that a lot of our gurus do. He actually brings a completely fresh breeze of yoga and spiritual thought to India. And I think that's the sort of wizardry of Bharat, if I could call it that, is that it has no forms. He breaks a lot and brings it to a new generation which needs to understand a lot of these things. Today we have the Yoga Day, but actually he's popularized yoga across the world, and I know that as a fact. Even in Russia, even in Azerbaijan, even in Dubai, wherever you go, you hear about artistic yoga, and I think that's his special contribution. And today's exhibition, in some senses, symbolizes his teachings. It's Sufi in thought. When we say
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure and honor for me to be here, not only as Bharat's spouse, but also as someone who's getting to see such varied work that he's done. It's been a surprise for me as well, because he's kept it a surprise. He's not shown anything to me so far, not much. I would like to say that starting with abstract, life in itself is a abstract. You don't know where it's headed, where it's coming from, and where it's going. And the colors that are added to abstract here just make it so much more beautiful. And I'm seeing all the colors here. Everything is so vibrant. And having unveiled one of the amazing collections that has taken my breath away, I think I'm so looking forward to seeing each one of the collection that's here and each one of the paintings. As Raj said, that I have actually seen him paint abstract and I've seen him do the magic in barely less than 2 minutes. It's unbelievable. So he takes the colors and he looks at me and he says, sit there. So I'm like, okay. And then he just throws everything on the canvas and he mixes it, and 2 minutes it's ready. So it is such an amazing feeling to be a part of this, and I'm wishing you all the very best, Bharat. God bless you.
Bharatji and Priyanka and everyone who has put this wonderful event together for inviting me. Soha, if you're not an expert in matters art, I am not just a misfit but a failure. So, you know, you may have heard of people failing in maths and science, but have you ever heard of someone failing in drawing class? That's me. So this is, of course, an honor, but I must say that I'm also a little bit intimidated and daunted by all this wonderful art that I have struggled with since my childhood days. As an actor, we need, I need for sure, dialogues, reams and reams of dialogues and words to help express what I'm supposed to be doing. But I think that all those forms of art that transcend words are truly special, because the more you go beyond language, the more universal you and your art becomes. Bharatji has helped people connect their mad, chaotic, stressful outer worlds to more centered inner worlds in his role as a guru, as a teacher. And now he gives us this sort of beautiful expressions of the soul that are universal in their abstraction and therefore accessible to all and therefore special. I'm also really looking forward to your series. I hear that, and I've seen one glimpse in the previous painting, that you have a series of portraits on the Aghoris, and I have only today found out your own very intimate connection with that mysterious and I think often much misunderstood form of faith. We live in India and in the world at a time, faith has always been a very controversial subject. There's always people telling you how you must have faith, how you must express that faith, what you must wear if you are genuinely faithful. Now, these days in India, what you must eat if you are faithful, and what will happen to you if you don't. I think that the Aghoris are a beautiful testament to how complex and how diverse faith and spirituality can be. And in fact, at a time when in our country there is so much pressure to define spirituality and faith, this is a beautiful expression of the fact that perhaps true spirituality and true faith are beyond any kind of definition, perhaps even beyond control. So thank you so much, sir, for sort of reminding us of that and giving us the opportunity to share some of your beautiful expression. I'm really looking forward to being able to consider some of these and learn. Thank you.